Well, with campaign beginning, APC, just like its her counterparts, the PDP, are still having issues. You know, APC is having issues with the campaign council, and it seemed to be throwing the party apart as Lalong threatens to resign. You see, well, there are strong indications that the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu, might have sown the seed of the new crisis in the presidential campaign council, the PCC, by deliberate machination after he allegedly overrode President Muhammadu Buhari, his party leadership, and the progressive governors in the composition of the list. You see, I don't know. We don't need a soothsayer to tell us who to vote for in 2023. I beg your pardon. We don't need a soothsayer. We don't need to say soothsayer to tell us if this candidate suits the office of the president of Nigeria. We are not in for. It's supposed to be democracy. It's supposed to be a point where, hey, Nigerians, please get your PVC ready. Get your PVC ready and vote competence, vote democracy. Vote democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not the government of the leader, by the leader, for the people. No, it is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It should be the opinion of the people that takes the larger share. Not somebody. This idea of always imposing. I hope we can't get any headlong like this. We can't make any progress like this. This idea of it is my turn, and that tends to push out, what had been discussed in the secret, discussing Nigeria matter, leadership of the country like it's a family affair, Well, THISDAY, credit to THISDAY, gathered that the council through, though a tripartite institution structured around the presidential candidate, the party, and the president was originally designed to be driven by governors, or by the governors, since they were expected to lead the campaign in their respective states. Well, thus, according to sources, Tinubu, the party, and the progressive governors had perfected the composition of an inclusive campaign council before it was agreed amongst them that the list should be taken to the president for his input, if there is any. As a mark of respect and idea, Buhari was said to have not only welcomed, but also did as expected of him by making a few inputs. Unfortunately, a few days after the president had made his input, Tinubu, without recourse to any of the other parties, including President Muhammadu Buhari, single-handedly reviewed the list, particularly tampering with some critical areas that the president and the governors had indicated interest and agreed, with him. For example, when the list was allegedly taken to Buhari, aside signing off on it, he was said to have indicated interest in Mrs. Margaret Okadibo, wife of former Senate President, whom he wanted as the regional coordinator of the Southeast, apparently different to his late friend and former running mate, Senator Chuba Okadibo, while at the same time factoring the interest of the Southeast into the council. But Tinubu, although had earlier consented to the council's composition before it was taken to the president, yanked off Mrs. Okadibo's name, and he, in her place, put the sole female presidential aspirant of the party, Ujuken Ohaneye, who stood down for him at the presidential primary in Abuja. Well, I hope this does not cause major issues, even going beyond election. I hope it doesn't erupt major issues. This expectedly raised concern amongst other stakeholders. Again, the Southwest, the governors were said to have considered the Ekiti State Governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, as the PCC coordinator for the zone, but Tinubu opposed his choice, and in his place would rather the Ondo State Governor, Olorotimi Akeredolu-san. However, since what was playing out, sources said Fayemi had immediately stepped in, saying since Akeredolu was the chairman of the Southwest APC governor, he was a better choice, and quietly publicly ascended to the choice of the presidential aspirant without making a fuse of it. Hey, very gentleman. You see how he stepped down during the primary. That kind of step down, he showed that there was something to it. It wasn't just an issue of stepping down. It didn't look like somebody who stepped down of his own volition. No. But there was a particular one that eventually undid the campaign council, and it was the choice of Honorable James Faleke, a member of the House of Representatives from Ikeja in Lagos State, as secretary of the campaign council. No, now, Lori Awongo, why are we like this? Why are we like this? Now, well, all this and many more are just making the chances of the APC, winning the presidential election very, very slim, making it slimmer by the day. Well, your assignment now is to get your PVC ready, and please make sure you vote. Make sure you vote, and make sure you vote democracy, vote competence, vote equity, vote justice, vote a government by the people for the people. Vote a government by the people for the people, not a government by a sole person who will now begin to control things and tell us the way it is. No, this is not autocracy. No, we don't want to do that. That would be very detrimental. And like it has been said, crisscrossing across the length and breadth of the media in Nigeria, 2023 election will determine, whether we will continue to have a country of our own, that we call Nigeria. I heard that on the news this morning, and I was like, wow, this is serious. It will either make or mar the existence of Nigeria, because Nigeria is at the precipice. There are serious issues that need to be addressed, and it has to be addressed with this coming election. Now, the position of Secretary of the Council, source told media, was reserved for the North Central as part of move to pacify the minority North. But because the Director General of the PCC, Governor Simon Lalong, was from Plateau State, it was agreed that the secretary should be taken to Benue State, being a critical state in the Middle Belt. Besides, with the controversy so far generated by the Muslim preference of the presidential candidate, stakeholders believed picking a Christian from Benue State would go a long